Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about Birdbox Barcelona. I'm not sure if we want to call it a sequel or maybe just a continuation. Maybe Birdbox is going to have like a series of movies type thing going on. Who knows? But this one takes place in Barcelona, Spain. So of course it's subtitled. If you don't speak Spanish, of course, you can read the subtitles. I have no problem with that, of course. This is my first foreign film I've watched in a while. Y'all know that I love foreign film. I just love any film with a good plot, good acting, good, like, the way it's shot. Doesn't matter where it is, what language it is. If it's subtitled, I'm good. We're good to go. So the main character is played by, I believe his name is Mario Casas, something like that. He's in a lot of the Spanish speaking movies on Netflix. He's in really good movies. It's long, it's really good. It's sad though. It's called Two Palm Trees in the Snow. He was in one called The Paramedic, and then there's one called The Occupant. I believe that's what it's called. So he's real popular. I guess he's a really popular actor in Spain. He's definitely he is on Netflix with Spanish speaking movies. So of course, rewind back to, I believe it's 2018 when Bird Box came out on Netflix. It was a huge thing. It's till this day one of the most top viewed movies on the streaming platform. It's based off a book that I have not read yet. It's hard for me to watch a movie first and then read a book it's based off on. It's better for me to read the book first, then watch the movie, but I only found out about the movie first before the book. Of course, you know, the first movie took place, starred Angela Bassett. Sandra Bullock, and I believe his name is Travante. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but he played in Moonlight and Bruiser. I did a review on Bruiser not too long ago, which is on Hulu if you want to check that out. So, recap Bird Box, the first one. Everybody has to go outside with blindfolds on, because if they don't have blindfolds on, if they don't have their eyes covered, they see something, some kind of spirit or something that makes them just totally commit suicide. Wherever they're at, they pick the nearest thing up, or they jump off a building, they dump their head in something, and whatever. So it causes instant suicide. So people have learned that they have to keep their faces covered. They have to keep the windows covered if they're inside, and it's just kind of a very dystopian type of life going on, right? So in this one, it's pretty much the same thing, but the catch is the main character actually is a seer, which a seer is one of the people that can see the thing, but they don't commit suicide. But they see that this thing is, like, I guess supposed to be this great spiritual whatever, and so they try to get other people to look at it. Like if you remember the first movie, Bird Box, that girl let that guy in, and a lot of people ended up dying because he was making them see it. So we find that out early on in the movie, and I'm like, okay, he's the main character, so is he a villain? What's going on? And he's guided by the spirit, so we think, of his deceased daughter. His daughter was killed by a seer. He forced her eyes open. She ended up walking off the roof of a building. And so in his mind, he's thinking his daughter's spirit is saying, hey, Dad, we need to save their souls. Let them see. Come to find out, it's really the demonic being that is pretending to be his daughter to get him to killing all these people. All right. So just like in the first one, I guess I'll go ahead and put spoilers in the definition of this video. But just like in the first one, he actually ends up realizing that he's been tricked by the spirits or whatever. So just like in the first one, how they had to guide people to like this safe haven place, that's what he had to do with these people that he hooked up with as he was like going through the city. I believe the girl, it was well, a woman. She was British, I think. There was a little German girl. There were like 2 or 3 other Spanish people with him in this. So, honestly, while watching this, I didn't consider it to be a sequel. I just kind of considered it to be maybe part of like a franchise. I don't know if I'm using that word correctly, but you get what I'm trying to say. Not really a sequel, but it's kind of like a collection of movies. It's not so much continuing that story or remaking that first movie. And so, I liked it. There's not really a lot of suspense because eventually they have to reach some kind of safe haven. I think the twist with this one was the fact that the main character was the seer. So you saw him pretty much getting people to kill themselves for a while until he slowly started to realize, okay, I'm being used here. We never really discovered why he was allowed to see and not die. I guess the spirit of this thing just picks certain people or whatever. The villain in this movie, though, is the priest. He feels like this. He's been chosen by God. God has chosen him to save people's souls. So he's trying to get people to open their eyes, see it, and so they can die and all this stuff. Now, when people see whatever it is they're seeing, they are like, oh my gosh, they're just very like entranced, enchanted, but they end up killing them. So I still don't know if it's good or bad. That's something that we kind of were left with the first movie and this one. Now, maybe in the book, it's more detailed and we could probably figure out what it was, because I'm very curious what this thing is. Like the Quiet Place movies, we know the reason they have to be quiet is because of them, pterodactyl / dragon / whatever they are things. But with this particular one, I keep spitting. With this particular one, we don't know what these spirits are. Are they good, bad, whatever? One thing it did remind me of, because in this movie it was a very heavy religious presence in this movie, especially with the priest. And it reminded me of this movie called Legion, Legion. It has Tyrese in it, Charles Duncan, who, if y'all old heads like myself remember that show Rock back in the early 90s, that's him. He played Rock. There's a few more other people in it too, but basically in that movie, the angels were coming down, but they were like evil looking and just violent. And just like in this movie, Birdbox Barcelona, the priest was like, well, sometimes looking in the face of God, it might be too overwhelming. Basically, he was saying, hey, it might be so overwhelming that you just kill yourself so you can get closer to it. So in my mind, I kind of referenced that a little with watching Legion. It kind of makes you think, when you read the Bible and everything, like there is a lot of there are many parts in it where God asks people to do violent stuff or does violent stuff to people. So, but I'm not gonna make this video about that but that was just my observation. It just reminded me of Legion. So if you want to see Legion, the last time I checked, Legion was on Max, former HBO Max. You know how they switch movies out. I'm not sure if it's still on there, but if you want to check that out, and check out Birdbox Barcelona to see if you can connect those two. As far as the religious parts in it, let me know. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you have seen both movies and if you can see where I'm coming from with those references. All right. Well, I'm gonna lay it down. Another late night video. I'm gonna eventually make some videos in the daytime again. Slowly working on getting my media room together so y'all can see my whole body. You can see my hand gestures, and it's a little more going on visually than just me and my face in the ring light like now. But anyways, I want to thank every last one of my subscribers and viewers for taking the time out to watch my video. Please comment and let me know what you think about this movie. Do you feel like they should have left Birdbox alone? Do you think it was a good addition? Do you want to see Birdbox made in some more cities with some different plot twists going on like this one had? Let me know. As always, peace and blessings, man. Y'all have a good one.